Once you have your trial or production account, one of the first things we should probably do is make sure that the company settings are correct. These are found underneath Settings, Organisation and Company. So let's walk through these settings. First off, you've got your company name, trading name and industry. These would have been set up when you first created your account. These are required, but can be changed if needed. We have our organisation type, just as extra metadata there, and base currency. Do note that this base currency is locked down. If it's incorrect, let us know and we'll be able to help change that. Coming down from here, we have a whole lot of feature switches. These are for features that may be available on your subscription. If you need them turned on, put the switch towards the right. As soon as it's on, you'll see the check beside it. Of course, if it turns grey, this means you cannot change it. However, the ones that have stayed green, we can turn these off at any stage. Over towards the right, you have your GST or VAT number, or if you're coming from Australia, this will be your ABN number. Coming down from there, you have your website and time zone. You have your measurement types and your date format. Coming across the tabs at the top, we have our address details. So populate your postal address, and of course if it's the same as your physical address, use the copy from postal address, or enter in the details as appropriate to do so. Coming along, we have our contact details. So populate your phone number, fax numbers, and so forth. Over towards the right, we have our email addresses. Now these are quite special. These email addresses are used when sending emails such as purchase orders and sales orders from Unleashed. This way it's not coming from a system email address, it's an email address that you have configured. So if your customer or supplier replies to the email, this is the email address it's coming from, so it'll go to the right people. You can also put in email comments, so this will be in the body of your email, so you don't have to write a personalised message each time you send a purchase order or sales order. Do note if you leave these options empty, so you don't put in an email address, then it will use the email address of the person logged in, and this may be more appropriate. Coming across the top, you have your logo. Upload an image of your choice, and this can be used in your document design. Coming across again, we have our invoicing details. So what is it going to say on the footer? And also, what date are we going to pick up for an invoice by default? So just a bit of background on this one. When you're creating an invoice, there is an invoice date used to send across to your accounting provider and also to calculate the due date. By default, it'll either be created date or order date. Of course, you can change this in each of the invoices to make sure it's suitable. Coming across, you have your purchasing footer details here as well. Ensure that these company details are up to date, as again they will be displayed on your documents produced by Unleashed. As the business owner or account owner, you'd also want to keep your billing details up to date. So these can be found underneath Settings, Organisation and Billing. Here's where you can update your credit card details to ensure payment can be taken for your subscription. You can also see the billing details on the next tab. If you wish to change these, please let our team know and we can help you change these. Simply email support@unleashedsoftware.com.